Let's see. There I am. Alright, come on. There it is. Alright. Now we'll just wait for people to get in chat. Or at the very least, wait until 5 o'clock actually rolls around. Is this working? Ooh. Come on. Let's see if that works. Alright. There we go. Oy. We'll just give it a few more minutes. Start playing at 5 p.m. on the dot. Oh, I can turn off the audio on my phone. Welcome to the joys of not having a dual monitor setup. I use my phone to keep track of chat. I'll turn off the fan just in case. Might get a bit warm in here, but oh well. Nice. Yeah. I should probably share out the link. All right. Alright, one more minute. Hey everybody, this is Max CVA, also known as Fioko the Leader. And I am starting what I like to call Hallowstream, where I stream at least once every week in October. Just so that way I can get more used to streaming, more used to doing live commentary, all that fun stuff. And today we will be playing Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Now, I have been playing this game recently. I have not beaten the game, so we won't be playing any of the extra modes. In fact, we will just get rid of this first slot. And now that it is 5, we will be starting our playthrough. There was once a man who had been given the moon's curse by demons. That man was Zangetsu. Wrapped in crimson garb with eyes like fire, he relentlessly pursued the demons who cursed him. As he journeyed from one pit of darkness to another, he would stop at nothing until he struck down every last demon in his path. One night, he sensed the looming presence of a great demon. He swore to eradicate all demons, no matter how much of a threat they posed. Bathed in moonlight, he cried out as he drew his sword, which consumed the darkness from within its wretched steel. On that night, either the demons or the moon itself would feel the wrath of his blade. Alright. So yeah. I'm going to give each game about 2 weeks, whether I just do one stream a week or a few streams each week. Whether or not we finish them, you know, I'll have them, so I can always go back to do more streams and finish up what I haven't. Stage 1, Moonlight Temptation. But either way, I figured I would just give myself something nice and fun to do over the month. Something to get me more regularly into the habit of streaming or just, you know, making content for the channel. Given, you know, timing and everything that happens in life, I will try to stream I will always try to stream at 5 p.m. I might end up streaming earlier or later just because I forgot, oh hey, that's the time that I wanted to stream. Oops. But you know, YouTube has a lovely notification system. So if ever I change my mind and forget to, you know, put out an update or just decide, you know what, I want to do another stream, and don't announce it beforehand, YouTube notifications will always let you know when I go live. And when I just make content in general. Alright. So, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. This was actually a Kickstarter stretch goal for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It seems I can use sub-weapons with the Y button. You know, I'm using a Retrobit Sega Genesis 6-button controller, but that is not the button I have set to sub-weapons. However, that would require weapon points. If I destroy lamps, perhaps I can find a magic potion to restore my weapon points. I also understand that different colored lamps contains various sub-weapons that I can use. Even so, I remain devoted to the sword. Alright. I actually have the entire Bloodstained series. I don't have plans to do Ritual of the Night for the Hallowstream series, at least not unless there's a huge uproar of support that, yes, this is the game that we want to see you stream. But, you know, it could be for a future Hallowstream, it could be for, say, a Let's Play. I plan on reviewing the entire Bloodstained series at some point, as I very much enjoyed the Castlevania series, and this is no exception. I pretty much fell in love with Bloodstained as soon as I decided to pick up Curse of the Moon on a whim, on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and, well, now I also have it on my computer. But, speaking of Nintendo Switches and devices that require a capture card to record, I recently purchased an HDMI splitter to record some console footage. That way I have a few more games. I wanted to include some games that I've been playing recently, like the Sly Cooper series. I recently just 100%ed Weapon Master mode in Soul Calibur 2. I recently got that game again. And so I was planning on including those, but the HDMI splitter that I got doesn't actually allow me to do that, like the video online said that it did. So, yeah, that's $40 gone. Alright. Dang it. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of this game, nor do I know how to play it, apparently. I just have a really good time with it, which is why I decided, you know what, this will be what I start my Hallowstream series with. I did 100% this game on Nintendo Switch. I played it with the Genesis 6 button on PC, and that's when I decided, you know what, I'd like to stream these games, and a few others that I have plans for, but we'll get to that when we get to the other months in October. But in the meantime, should be almost done with this fight, and now we get to the Desperation Attack. So each boss in Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon and Curse of the Moon 2, I don't remember if that was a thing in Ritual of the Night. I don't think it was. I also played that one on Nintendo Switch, which probably wasn't the greatest idea. But now I have it on PC as well, so, you know. Alright. But each boss has a Desperation Attack. If you manage to avoid it, in Veteran mode, you get an extra life. I think you just get score in the casual mode. Alright. Thank you for saving me. Was it the demon's power you used to seal that beast? You're a shardbinder. That power can summon forth demons at will. I cannot allow that. Wait! It is true that I am a shardbinder. However, I have sworn to be ever righteous in my command of this power. I refuse to be used for evil. Then show me the proof of that determination in battle. Miriam has become an ally. So yeah, that's another thing in Curse of the Moon and Curse of the Moon 2. You can recruit allies after each stage. I believe there are some stages in Curse of the Moon 2, and, you know, in this game, after you get all 4 party members, where, you know, obviously they don't have any more characters to give you, so you can either have them join you and switch to them. You can kill them and take their power, or you can just ignore them if you really like playing as an underpowered Zangetsu. Alright, with new allies, it appears I can use the LB and RB buttons to switch places with them. Once again, using a Genesis 6 button, I don't see an LB or RB on the controller. No one is without strengths and weaknesses. If I make good use of my allies, I can traverse seemingly impassable terrain. Whenever I reach a crossroads, I'll take the shortest path without fail. If I come to a fork in the path where I can't determine the shortcut, I'll follow the remains of fallen adventurers to lead me in the right direction. Each of my allies has their own stamina. If their health gets low, quickly switching places would be a wise idea. Each type of sub-weapon that appears when destroying lamps can only be used by a certain person, it seems. No one else can even pick them up. And I'm pretty sure I've already passed a few signs, but I'm not going to read every single sign. I will show each character's, you know, special gimmicks. Whip smash, X button, high jump, A button, slide, down and A. Alright, onward to the second stage. Stage 2, Frigid Hell. Alright. And now, we have Miriam in our party. She has, without sub-weapons, the longest reach in the game. And I believe deals the same amount of damage as Zangetsu. Once again, I'm not an encyclopedic... I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of this game, I just think it's very fun. So I do research, I just don't know that information offhand. Alright. Alright. Let's see. You can also slide down that little area that I chose to go above, just to get, you know, some extra stuff, or, you know, to go faster. But I decided to get the extra stuff. Alright. So Miriam is the protagonist of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. She is also the most Belmont-esque. Like I said, this is more a classic Vania. While... ooh! I didn't even realize that I didn't make it all the way through there. While Ritual of the Night is more the, search action Metroidvania that, people were probably expecting from the Kickstarter. I think, both this game and Ritual of the Night are great games, in their own rights. I will say, because it's a lot shorter, I do come back to Curse of the Moon and Curse of the Moon 2 more often than I do Ritual of the Night. Alright. But, you know, I would say either way you're going to have fun. So it really just depends on what you want to play. Do you want a longer experience that's going to give you, you know, more things to do? Would you prefer a shorter experience that's more replayable? in not... Dang it. In not a super arcadey sense, but more of, you know, you're a kid in the 90s, 80s, you know, whatever. And you rented this game from your local Blockbuster Hollywood Video. And you want to get the most out of it that you can. Also, here's a little secret room. Can't really do much in it right now. As you can see, can't go through the door. But most people just kind of run over this room. I'm sure there's an alternate path you can take that brings you out there. I don't remember. Like I said, I did play through a bit of this game just to see how much I remembered before I started streaming. But obviously I don't have every single secret, every single damage value, every single hidden giant heart memorized. And actually, I might take an intentional death here. Because as you saw, when I lost Miriam, that was not the end of my playthrough. You only lose a life when all of your allies are vanquished. Which also makes, you know, the solo Zangetsu runs a bit more difficult. Right. So, after that embarrassing failure, let us commence forth. So the reason why I intentionally died was that way, one, we could have Miriam again, and two, we could collect that item. Because Zangetsu cannot slide. So that is a permanent increase to our weapon points gauge. Alright. There's also maximum increases to our health. Nah. Alright. I wanna say... Yeah. I was about to say, I wanna say that isn't the best weapon to use, mainly just because this is an enemy that flies around and you really want to have a weapon that you can just fire out multiple times. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright. I believe it was this boss is the only one who doesn't make a reappearance in Ritual of the Night. All of the other bosses in this game do, if I recall correctly. Which is a shame, you know, I'm sure they were just cut from the final version due to time or, you know, coding related things. I'm not going to pretend like I know every single thing. I just enjoy going through the cutting room floor page. Alright. And yeah! That one was always really annoying to time when I was playing this on Switch. Not necessarily because, oh, you know, the Switch version runs so poorly, it's just that I didn't quite catch that you have to time your jumps that way it goes over you instead of it's always going to be on the ground and you have to jump over it. Right. Now, here is Alfred, the alchemist.
That I would be defeated by a demon. I have been thoroughly humiliated. I am Alfred, an alchemist. Alchemist, you use demons to fulfill your worldly desires. Every achievement requires a fair exchange. Even when using demons is sometimes necessary. You have your own goals, correct? My power may be of use to even you. Your existence is unsettling to me, but your skills are not without value. I'll leave your head where it is for now. Alfred has become an ally.
Also, I'm pretty sure this says the same thing every time. But this one, Buster Rod. X button, use alchemy. Y button, uses weapon points. And that's it. Alfred doesn't have a lot of unique things about him. Aside from he being the Saifebel Nodes of this game. Very poor attack range. One of his sub-weapons helps with that.
Stage 3, the Brilliant Void.
But, as for right now, we'll just let him be in our party. Also, while the main game was being created by 505 Games, I believe it's called, this game was developed by Inti Creates, who always does wonderful work with their 2D platformers. And I'm so glad they came back for Curse of the Moon 2, because that game is also great. Even if I am not the greatest at them. I can acknowledge when, you know, I screw up. Alright. Now, we can see that Alfred's alchemy has multiple uses. So that's the flame shield, anybody can use it. Zangetsu, I believe, has a weapon, or a sub-weapon, that is similar to Flame Shield, where it can be used by anybody. His, I believe, is like Demon Essence or something. But it increases allies' attack power. And this is Frost Caliber. Pretty much anything it touches aside from bosses gets killed in one hit, and bosses, I believe, take double the damage. So, very useful. I have been playing Classicvania games, as they're known. Retrovania, Classicvania. Whatever you want to call them. Tough 2D platformers. Since I was a kid playing the NES Classics edition of Castlevania 1 on the Game Boy Advance. Pretty sure I beat it, not 100% sure. Obviously, I don't have the original cartridge because that was years ago. Ah, jerk. Alright, there we go. Wait, what am I doing? Alright. I could have shown off enemies and even lamps that you see in the background. Like the breakable ones, not like stage environments. In fact, I'll just show it off here. Can be stood on, and they defrost in a few seconds after being hit. There we go. So yeah, most enemies generally die in one hit from Frost Caliber. Oh, nice! You can two-hit them with Miriam's weapon. I'm sure you can do it with Zangetsu's weapon too, but obviously the much longer range of Miriam's whip works a lot better than Zangetsu's Zangetsuto. Ah. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna chill here. Alright. So... You know, I've been playing them for years. I never said that I was any good with them. Yeah, I believe that sub-weapon is Demon Essence. I don't end up using it because I would just rather have a weapon that would do damage. But I will recognize that it is useful when used by somebody who isn't me, who, whenever I do pick it up, forget that I have it. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, and that's a change from, like, other, well, from games past. You don't die in one hit when you come in contact with spikes, which is just very nice. Let's see, this boss is Gold Dude. Don't remember the Gold Dude's name. But, I do want Miriam. In fact, oh, there we go. I probably should have gotten that with Zangetsu. But oh well. Let's see. I already have that sub-weapon. What I am looking for... Ooh, the dual hammers. Dual hammer. Ah, there it is. The axe is the sub-weapon that I want for this boss. You can, like I say, do double the damage with Frost Caliber. I find I tend to not be as quick on the draw as I probably should be with it. Yeah, there we go. So some people can just, like, one-cycle the boss. I, however, am not able to. Oh! Apparently I am able to. Well, there you go. That was, Gold Dude. I love his aesthetic. It's aesthetic. It's a giant floating pile of coins. Alright, but that gives us our last playable character. Now, before Ritual of the Night came out, everybody called this dude Gebel, because his name is Gebel. According to Ritual of the Night, it is pronounced Gebel, like gerbil. That's dumb, but that's how I'm going to voice it.
Cursed Shardbinder, you carry the power of numerous demons. Very perceptive of you. I require the demon's power to achieve my revenge. At this moment, our objectives align. Cooperation would be fruitful for us both. So be it. I'll let you continue breathing for now. Gebel has become an ally.
Gebel is very much the Alucard of the group. He only has one sub-weapon, which is, hey, how's it going? Gebel only has one sub-weapon, that being, I know it's known as something else in this game, but I'm just gonna call it Dark Metamorphosis. Summon Darkness with the X button. Immortal Metamorphosis, there we go. Dark Metamorphosis is Alucard's version. Y button uses weapon points, Siphon Blood, and Quick Ascend during Metamorphosis. Cancel Metamorphosis, you just press the jump button, or you can press the sub-weapon button again. One thing I will say is, one thing the game doesn't tell you is that Gebel is invincible when you're using Blood Siphon Blood. Stage 4, Blasphemy unto Heaven. Also, shoutouts to this game's composer. I don't remember their name off the top of my head, but soundtrack's very good. We have 3 bats that fly in an upward arc. The first bat does 3 damage, and the other 2 do 1 damage. So you really want to get up close to take care of enemies. So Jeeble is just one of the characters that I end up defaulting to. Just because of his weapon's range, damage, and the fact that any sub-weapon, or purple lanterns that you run into, are just large weapon, refills, because like I said, he only has one move, and that's Immortal Metamorphosis. So as you can see, as soon as I find a breakable wall, his Bat Summon main attack, it can break lamps. Luckily it can break lamps, but it cannot break destructible walls. And also this is Jeeble's weakness. He cannot hit enemies that are super low to the ground. So if you're hunting for secrets, he's probably not the best one to default to. Yeah. Alright. That one was less cool. Alright. So... this. So normally... Ow. They'd want you to use Frost Caliber. You can just fly over them with Immortal Metamorphosis. Otherwise known as the Bat Transformation. And you can do that for another... another one of those dudes, which I will hopefully show later on in this stream. Alright. Nailed it. Nice. Like I said, I never claimed to be good at this series, I just have played them a lot. Alright. Here we go. As shown there, I wasn't lying. Not like I would ever feel the need to. About Jeeble not being able to break hidden walls. I believe the end of this bell tower, it's not a clock tower, it's a bell tower. Sort of subverting the trope, I guess, of classic Vania games always having a clock tower that you go through. Nice. Alright. Also, you can destroy those lanterns' fire with your whips, or your attack, rather, which I think is very cool. This dude is very annoying. This fight. Well, those dudes are annoying too, but more so referring to the fight that is about to commence. It's not too bad if you just keep your distance. I'm really bad about keeping my distance, so I'm hoping not to lose any of my characters. I did end up having to beat this with Alfred once, That was not a great time. Oops. Eeh. So with this phase, you can very much cheese it with Miriam. She has great range, especially if you don't just jump into its mouth. Like I said, I have a very hard time just not getting hit. So we'll see how we do with this next phase. Oh no, you're so intimidating. Alright, dang it. Hey, there we go. I should have switched back to Alfred, because like I said, I did have to beat this boss with Alfred, because I lost all of my other members. So that was kind of funny. Because it was just this old man with his, I know they call it a Buster Rod, but I'm just gonna call it a walking stick. Old man just beating this two-headed dragon with just his walking stick, because I ran out of weapon energy a long time past. This stage, I'm not the biggest fan of. I enjoy the boss fight, but the stage itself, it has, you know, all of the staples of classic Vania games, whether that be good or bad, is up for interpretation. Come on. Nope. Alright. Come on. There you go. Alright. We'll just do this. Alright. Now, as you can see, there is a hole that only Jeeble can get through. Alright, come on. These are analogs for bone pillars. They are very good. There we go. Alright. Ooh, this stage. Oh yeah. This is essentially Alfred's soul body from Mega Man X4. It extends his range, and if enemies are big enough, you can get 2 hits off with both Alfred and the clone. Ultimately, it's not very useful. Unlike his other abilities, you cannot, or unlike, you know, something like the Flame Shield, you can't give it to allies. You switch to another character and it just disappears. Yeah, take that. But we're going to keep it for the time being. Not because it's useful or not because there's a secret that requires it, luckily. But because there is a much better sub-weapon that we get later on in the stage that people who have played this game and people who have played Castlevania 3 know about. Right. I should have gotten the Frost Caliber, never mind. So this is the painting sub-boss. It's not too bad except for the fact that it has a move where it flies across the screen, and any character that gets trapped in it instantly dies. You lose access to them until, you lose a life and revive all of your allies. Dang it. Alright. Come on. I'm not going to land that. I'm just gonna go back to my usual strategy. There we go. I believe that sub-boss shows up a few times in the game. I remember that enemy being far less annoying in Ritual of the Night. I know it was a familiar, or a summon that I used a lot. With the voice line, "Arise, myself and my shadows!" And I remember people saying that they thought Miriam's voice acting was annoying when we first heard it. I don't so much. I let my character who could fly fall down a pit. Alright. I pay maximum attention whenever I'm playing video games. Let me not lose Alfred immediately. Alright, but for the most part, I don't have a problem with Miriam's voice acting in Ritual of the Night. I know that other people did. I'm sure some people still do. I was really hoping that it would boomerang back by the time that Dude Man got there. So we're missing out on that. Hopefully it's not health. Right. You might be thinking, oh, we don't have Jubal, we can't get that. Incorrect. Come on. Ah. Just needs to be a bit shorter. There we go. What I like is there's multiple ways to slay a demon in this game. Alright. So we use Miriam and go into this area, which always scares me a bit. Nice. Because when you are coming back, you can very much fall in that pit, and it will kill you. And I already lost Jubal, but that is fine, because we will be playing as somebody else for this next boss, which means I have to remember to actually heal him. Alright. So, like I said, we have Frost Caliber, we have his other weapons, which I am drawing a blank on what their names are right now. Ah. That's fine. Alright. I was hoping for that to be health, but whatever. You know, I could just stop being stingy with my weapon points. We do get refills. Don't you worry about that. Alright. Now this. You might notice, oh, that's a lantern we haven't seen before. That is a lantern exclusively for Alfred. And you get what is probably the best sub-weapon in the game. I'm sure in terms of raw damage, there's probably an example of like, oh, the hammer with Frost Caliber doing more damage, but overall, this one's just really powerful. It is the lightning balls, and you can summon 3 of them at a time, which is very useful for this fight, where the boss is commonly in the air and you can't always attack it. Right, I'm not playing as Miriam. There we go. I'm going to be honest, I almost never dodge this desperation attack. So, oh well. Desperation attacks luckily can never kill you. It will always leave you at 1 HP. I believe they changed that for Curse the Moon 2, but it's also been a while, so I'm not going to say that definitively. Alright. Stage 6. I didn't catch what it was called. That is Stage 6, Tragedy of Slaughter. Right, yes. I forgot that isn't like a weird bow, that is shield enemy. Alright, I believe these are like bonds? B-A-H-N. Those dudes, much more annoying in Ritual of the Night. In this game, they're a lot more manageable because they only show up in that one area. I'll get Frost Caliber, show you, hey, you can do this. And then use Miriam. Or, you know, just slide under with Miriam. But then if you want that back, you can just do that. Could have also used Frost Caliber to come over here. Oops. Miriam was the one who needed the health. Oh, well. But that Glove of Power that I just obtained, increases everybody's base attack by 1, I believe. Something that you very much want to pick up. Much like every other power-up in this game, because you might as well, right? There's not really a downside to it. Ah. Yep, come on. And I believe there are 1 or 2 sub-weapons that get buffed by the Glove of Power, or the Gauntlet of Power, or whatever they call it. But for the most part, it's just your base attack that gets buffed. Alright. Dang it. Maybe I should use Zangetsu, because his attack is much faster when those things come. I meant to jump. Or jump forward, not just stand in place. Alright. And then we also get Frost Caliber again. So that way we can do this. And then, if for some reason you didn't know that you could freeze lamps, that section shows you, hey, you can use these for platforming and the like. There we go. For the Glove of Power, I don't think it increases the damage of the extra bats. Nice. Forgot, once again, I wasn't playing with Miriam. So you can't slide. Alright. There we go. Did they ever buff the Lily transformation in Ritual of the Night? Because aside from being a neat novelty, there's not really much of a reason to ever use that in the game. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, it's been a while. I have not played since the crossover with Child of Light. There we go. Dang it. I'm pretty sure Frost Caliber doesn't work on this dude. Oh, it does. Well, there you go. Once again, there's more than one way to kill a demon. Alright. Right, these dudes I want to use Miriam because her long range is able to stun them from afar. That's fine. The boss of this stage is Zippy Dude with the flippy tricks. Not the flippy tricks that we saw in the last stage. No, it's Bloodless. Dang it. I even tried to anticipate it going down, but oh well. Not much you can do. I don't have great sub-weapons for fighting Bloodless. Alright, here we go. I'm so sad that we didn't, or at the very least, as of right now, we aren't able to play as Dominique in Ritual of the Night. But being able to play as Bloodless was not something that I was expecting. In Ritual of the Night, not in this game. Like I said, we already have all of our... How did that not double hit? Come on. Ah, that was great. Ooh. Not going the best. Nice, okay, we lost Zangetsu, and I believe she recovers 25% of her health? But hey, now this time, Miriam will need this large heart. Yeah, everybody else is fine. I'm hoping... Ooh. This run's not going great. Alright, and I believe they don't respawn. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get rid of these dudes preemptively. Well, We'll just let the old man get beat up. Alright. Is that still... It's still Soul Body. I don't know why I thought it would change. Right. Now that we have a much better sub-weapon to fight the boss with, ooh. I won't spoil anything in the story, but I kind of wish Jeeble was playable in Ritual of the Night, mainly because I do love me an Alucard mode. But I understand why he's not playable. There we go. This one, I don't remember how you're supposed to. I believe... Ah. You hit the head in the middle and then you go through there. Alright. Yay, I did it. Alright. Now we have... I want to say stage 7? Stage 7. Defiler of Taboos. No, you can't have him from here. Alright. Well, this is going swimmingly. Normally I'd fly through here, just that way I didn't have to deal with, the, platforming, but I figured I'm streaming. And now we can all see why I normally fly through there. So like I said, this is very much styled after a classic Vania. So when you fall, you just can't influence your direction in midair. Which is what made that jump in particular very, very frightening. There we go. There we go. Alright. And it very much means if you overshoot or undershoot a jump, you just gotta stick to it. You can't... Oh, you're back! Oh, isn't that fun? You can't correct your jump in midair. You just kinda have to stick with it and hope that you land somewhere safe. Just like that. Alright. Well, it's a good thing I didn't say this was a speedrun. Here. Is that going to give us better patterns? Not better, but okay. Alright, now that I don't have Miriam, I have to friggin' use a Immortal Metamorphosis just to get up there. Alright. Ooh, this one. I believe you're supposed to use Flame Shield and then switch to Jeeble. There we go. And then, hey, we can collect this one if we want. The library section in Ritual of the Night. It was fine. I enjoyed the aesthetic, but I felt like it started getting a bit too samey. Like, you know, obviously you can only do so much to make shelves upon shelves of books look different, but, you know, it might have just been because the Switch kind of washes everything out. But I found I had a hard time, without pulling up the map, remembering which section of the library I was in, which isn't a, critique I have with most of the rest of the areas of the game. Ah. Ooh. Here we go. Ooh. There we go. That was the thing that I was talking about before, where we'll see if I can we'll see if I can pull it off. And as you can see, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Alright, I believe the painting mini-bosses, also hi Iga, can be defeated with one spark ball and I'll just use the second one. It's fine. I was about to say one spark ball and 3 hits with the Gauntlet of Power. Alright. Now this room, I am also going to play safe because Jeeble is at 1 health. And Zangetsu is dead. Alright. You know what? Let us go in guns a-blazing. Once again, I will let the character who can fly fall down a pit. Do I need to waste weapon points in that room? No. I just feel a touch silly. Alright. Alright, and that, I don't remember how you're supposed to get up into that room. You know, I fly using Immortal Metamorphosis. Did I screw myself out of going through there? And enemies don't respawn in between rooms, but Sub-weapon lanterns do, apparently. Frost Caliber. Oh, but then the lantern that I need to freeze isn't... Alright. Well, that's a shame. Alright. Come on. There we go. That jump always freaks me out. Well, he went for the life and didn't find any. Alright. Now that we have our entire band of misfits, we can try this again. Also, all of Zangetsu's sub-weapons are very useful. So, they default you to... I picked up a sub-weapon thing. I was just sitting there going, why do I have a different sub-weapon? Alright. Now that we have our entire band of misfits, I can show you one. I really don't know how to get up here. I use Frost Caliber on this dude. I use whatever sub-weapons I have at my disposal. Nothing that I do works. I'm sure you probably have to use like a charge slash from Ultimate Zangetsu. Do I remember? No, it's been years since I initially played this. Like I said, I 100%ed it on Switch. Doesn't mean that this is going to be necessarily a 100% run, nor that I remember all the secrets, as I stated earlier. Let me switch to Jeeble, just so, in case of me failing, like there, I can save myself. Anybody need help? No? Okay, cool. Alright. This dude's really annoying, so we'll just take him out down here. I'm drawing a blank as to what the boss of this stage was. Huh. Oh, this was the zippy dude that I was thinking about in the other stage. Or that I thought the boss was the boss of the previous stage. Alright. What I'm going to do is that. Huh. Yeah. The adventurer tells me to go this way, so this way I shall go. Oops. Those guys, like I said, are annoying, but with the defensive upgrade that I got... Alright. I really don't... well, I don't feel like they're as bad as these dudes, because their weapons come out much slower and don't boomerang back. Fun fact, that can still hit you. That has actually killed me before. Where I kill the enemy, I go, yes! Let go of the crouch and then immediately die. Alright. And here we have really cool looking Zippy dude. I do not remember his name, if that wasn't apparent. Oops. Come on. There we go. Ah, well. I always jump when I just need to drop down there. Well, like I said, I don't have all of everything memorized, but for the most part, you know. For the most part, I know my way around this game.
Alright, Stage 8, Curse of the Moon.
And we already have everybody's sub-weapons in order. So, Jeeble will pretty much be the only one getting purple lanterns from now on. I thought I dropped down. But this stage is very nerve-wracking. Especially when you make plays like that. Alright, I want Miriam. Because, like, the homage to the Scissor Man from the other stage, Miriam does the best with her range. Or Miriam's range is the best because it can stun the enemies from afar and do a bit more damage. And call in the garbage. And fun fact, the fire shield can let you go through the garbage. Whatever that thing is known as officially. There we go. Probably could have one-cycled it, but whatever. Better safe than sorry, especially on the last stage. I think what I'll do... Yes. Is I will try to beat normal mode right now. And then for next week's stream, we will go through whatever other mode we so choose. Ooh, that was close. I believe that will be the... I guess you would call it genocide route. But the route where Zangetsu instead kills his allies instead of bringing them onto his team. And then, if I so choose, might do another stream in the middle of the week. Whew, that was a terrible time for that to go away. Just finishing up this game before week 3 starts. Alright. That was not where the secret was. Or it was, and you just had to jump. Well, that sucks. Jeebel's range was something that was going to be very useful. I'm tempted to just die. I will sacrifice Alfred to show you cannot fall into that secret from the next screen. You have to know to jump on this screen. But you know what? I have now 15 lives. I'll just lose one. Alright. But oh no, everybody's sub-weapons are reset. Whatever shall we do? Oh, but I forgot my weapon energy resets as well. Alright. I just tried to shoot the one up. Alright, here we go. Final boss. Gremory, the demon. Also, in case you haven't been doing so already, it's important to stay hydrated. I will be mainly saving my weapon energy for next phase. I should get out of the garbage. Well. Once again, Zangetsu cannot slide. Ooh, that was fun. Gremory ultimately has simple patterns. I'm just not playing this very smart. There we go. That is phase 1. And now, we have phase 2. We ascend the tower. Fun fact, this castle looks like a giant hand. And people who aren't paying attention just kind of don't notice that. But I digress.
Now, we must fight the moon itself!
Or at least a demon using the powers of the moon. Fun fact, old man can't slide. No, I'll pick it up, sure. I forgot, it makes you jump halfway through. Come on. Come on. That's enough for another. Yeah! Ah, just barely. There we go.
Cleave the moon.
Alright. And now? Our heroes prove victorious, but Zangetsu stops the demonic energy from possessing his friends. Zangetsu was astonished by his own actions. For what reason did he do this? He existed to slay demons and take revenge, but long-lost emotions had been rekindled. However, the time for that had passed. As his consciousness drowned in darkness, Zangetsu could only pray for their safety. High five, guys! And so, in order to stop the new Dark Emperor, Zangetsu's allies plunged into battle again. They may have to end their ally's life, but can they still save his soul? Maybe. To be continued. In Curse of the Moon 2, right? No, like I said, this game has you replay it a few times. But with this, that is the normal mode of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. This, once again, it's a very fun game. It doesn't go on sale too often, but when it does, it's very cheap. So if you ever want to pick this up, this is on all major platforms, you know, Xbox, Steam, Switch, PlayStation. I was trying to think of if it was on Google Stadia, but that doesn't matter because it was recently announced that they're discontinuing Google Stadia. Oops. Yeah. Speaking of Google Stadia, on Live, which was very much the same thing, you had your own dedicated little, sort of like streaming box for it. It had its own cool little controller that I hope you can connect to a computer and use, because I very much want to get one of those. But that was a product that came out in, I want to say, 2011, and lasted up until 2015 when Sony bought it out. But, you know, it was just a dedicated game streaming platform. And it was pretty cool. It was very much a newer thing at the time. And I just wanted something that I could play. Nightmare mode has been unlocked. I just wanted something that I could play Batman Arkham City on. So yeah. Clear. You would just go here, Nightmare. Right. So, in order to save Zangetsu, who has fallen into darkness, his allies set out once more. But once again, that will be for a different stream. So with that, I will say thank you for joining me for I almost said Streamoween. Hallowstream. I had a wonderful time and can't wait to do this again. So, This is MaxCVA, also known as Fioka the Leader, signing out.